They'll do anything to be with you. Not because you forced them, not because you chased them, but because you became the version they simply can't ignore, the version they'll never forget. And today, I'm not gonna give you techniques. I'm not gonna give you some fancy method that you'll try for 2 days and then quit. I wanna talk to you directly, one-on-one. Because if your specific person is ignoring you right now, the problem is not them. It's the version of you that you are showing up as. Think about it honestly. When your specific person doesn't text you, doesn't call you, or seems distant, what's the first thought that comes into your mind? You immediately think, they're ignoring me. And the moment you think that, you feel it. You feel that heaviness in your chest. You feel anxious. You feel rejected. And from that feeling, your mind starts creating more thoughts. Maybe I'm not attractive enough. Maybe I said something wrong. Maybe they found someone better. And without realizing it, you start questioning yourself. You start doubting your own worth. Now, here's where most people go wrong. Instead of fixing this inner conversation, they start taking action from that broken state. They start chasing. They start over-texting. They start trying to impress. Basically, they start trying to earn love. And the moment you try to earn love, you lose it. Because now, you are no longer someone who is chosen. You are someone who is trying to be chosen. And that energy is very different. Let me simplify this for you. Your beliefs create your reality. Not your actions, not your techniques, not your words. Your beliefs. If deep inside you believe that people leave, then no matter how perfect everything looks in the beginning, it will end the same way. If you believe that you are not enough, your reality will keep proving that to you again and again. And this is why you keep experiencing the same pattern with different people. Now let's talk about your specific person. Right now, your belief might be, they don't like me, or they are ignoring me. And because you believe this, every small thing they do confirms it. They take time to reply, you think they're losing interest. They don't initiate, you think they don't care. They act normal, you think something is wrong. But what if I tell you the problem is not their behavior? It's your interpretation of their behavior. Because someone else in the same situation would think very differently. They would say, they're probably busy. They'll reach out. Of course they like me. Same situation, different belief, different reality. So the real question is, which version are you choosing to be? Because there are two versions of you right now. One version is insecure, overthinking, constantly checking their phone, waiting for validation. And the other version is calm, confident, knowing their worth, and not chasing anything. And your specific person doesn't respond to your words. They respond to your state. If you show up as someone who feels ignored, you will experience more situations where you feel ignored. If you show up as someone who feels chosen, you will start seeing proof of that. Now here's the shift you need to make. The next time you think, they're ignoring me, I don't want you to fight the thought aggressively. I want you to gently redirect it. You tell yourself, no, they're not ignoring me. They're just taking their time. They're actually thinking about me. They like me. They enjoy talking to me. At first, your mind will resist. It will say, this is not true. And that's okay. Because your mind is simply repeating your old beliefs. But if you stay consistent with this new story, something very powerful starts to happen. You stop reacting emotionally. You stop chasing. You stop seeking validation. And when that happens, your energy changes completely. Now you're no longer someone who is trying to get attention. You become someone who naturally receives attention. And this is the part people don't understand. Manifestation is not about controlling someone else. It's about becoming a version of yourself that naturally experiences what you want. So if you want your specific person to chase you, you don't focus on them chasing you. You focus on becoming someone who is worth chasing in their own mind. And that starts with your self-concept. Your self-concept is simply how you see yourself. Do you see yourself as someone who is chosen, loved, and valued? Or do you see yourself as someone who gets ignored, replaced, or left behind? Because whatever you choose will reflect in your reality. Let's go deeper. Imagine two people. One person walks into a room believing, I'm attractive. People like me. I'm interesting. And another person walks into the same room thinking, I hope people like me. I don't think I'm good enough. Who do you think will naturally attract more attention? It's obvious, right? Not because of their looks, not because of their clothes, but because of their internal identity. And the same thing applies to your specific person. If you see yourself as someone who is unforgettable, someone who leaves an impact, someone who is rare, your specific person will start reflecting that back to you. But if you see yourself as someone who is easily replaceable, someone who needs to try harder, someone who is lucky to have them, then that's exactly how they will treat you. So the goal is not to change them. The goal is to change who you are being. Now, I know this is not easy because your old beliefs didn't form in one day. They were built over time through past experiences, through heartbreak, through rejection. And because of that, they feel real. But just because something feels real doesn't mean it's permanent. You can change it, but it requires consistency. It requires awareness. It requires you to catch yourself in those negative moments and consciously choose a different thought. And yes, in the beginning, it will feel fake. It will feel uncomfortable. It will feel like you're lying to yourself. But that's only because you're not used to thinking that way. The same way going to the gym feels uncomfortable at first, but becomes normal with time, changing your self-concept also becomes easier the more you practice it. And one more important thing, stop taking manifestation so seriously. When you become too serious, you create pressure. When you create pressure, you create resistance. Start treating this like a game. Observe your thoughts, shift them, play with your identity. Try becoming a different version of yourself mentally and see how it feels. Because the moment you start enjoying this process, everything becomes lighter. You stop obsessing over results. And ironically, that's when results start showing up. And here's something most people miss. When you truly shift your self-concept, you don't just attract your specific person, you change how everyone sees you. People start respecting you more. Conversations feel easier. You don't feel the need to prove yourself anymore. It's like you enter a different reality where you are naturally valued. And your specific person can feel that shift. They may not understand it logically, but they feel the difference in how you show up. You're no longer desperate. You're no longer trying. And that makes them curious. That makes them come closer. Your specific person will text you. They will reach out. They will show interest. But not because you forced it, because you became someone who naturally receives it. So if you really want them to do anything to be with you, stop focusing on them. Focus on becoming the version they can't stop thinking about. The version that doesn't chase. The version that doesn't beg. The version that knows, of course they want me. Because when you truly step into that identity, you won't even need to manifest them consciously. They will come to you automatically. And that is the real power of changing your self-concept. And once you reach that point, you won't even feel the need to check your phone again and again. You'll feel stable. You'll feel certain. And that certainty is what creates the shift. Because in that state, you're no longer hoping for love. You're expecting it. And that changes everything. I hope this helped you. I will meet you with another golden nugget soon. Happy manifesting.